Okay, so hello everybody. So today we're going to do our discussion on public shaming on the social media. So you see nowadays this public shaming on the social media has become a very big issues in the communities. So I think that's why one of our assignment is to discuss about these issues right now. So first of all, before I start the discussion, so I'm going to introduce myself first. So my name is Noraina Shuhada Baitin Zawide. My matrix number is 193320.
And I'm Jeng Kala. My matrix number is 195249.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Fazrul Nizam. My matric number is 191725.
Okay, my name is Soyongze. My metric number is 195189.
My name is Nufatiha binti Azhar. My metric number is 195310.
Okay, so I want to ask you, what do you think about these public shaming issues on your point of view?
Okay, first of all, I would like to let everyone know that public shaming is actually a type of punishment that taken to a criminal includes humiliation in public. And when social medias come in, they start to public shame someone on the social media. So, from my point of view, public shaming on social media actually give us a negative impact, which it may lead to death. Why do I say so? Because public shaming is indirectly destroying someone's self-confidence, which may cause someone to have negative thoughts and start to think that, okay, I have no reason to stay in this world, which I should go to somewhere that which belongs to me. So they will start to have negative thinking until a point where they will have auditory hallucination, which they will heard that a lot of people is talking to them, calling them to leave this world, criticizing the individual to cause stress to that individual. And few examples have been shared viral in the internet that caught the community's attention. So I would like to say that strongly it is leading to death.
I agree to Saul's point because there's a news that is coming out recently that a student was criticized and public shamed by a teacher, and in the end it led to death. So from this point we can see that it is an indirect proportion to lead someone to death if their self-confidence level is being dropped down. When there's no person who is going to support them and just calling them to shame them and continuing to hurt them, they will have a lot of negative thoughts which can lead them to try to use death as an excuse to overcome the stress that they have inside of them. So I think that leading to death is a very negative thing that public shame that has gone through. What do you think about it, Fatia?
Okay. Actually, public shaming has its own advantages and disadvantages. So as a normal human being, we must just not only see the good and the bad side of the public shaming, but we also have to look at the good side also. So in my opinion, this public shaming actually can give a lesson to the person that have been shamed. So why do I say so? Because at least they start to realize their mistake, and also from that they can learn from their mistake. Okay, yes, as we know, shame can hurt anyone that have been shamed, but the power of public shaming that we can be used to motivate our behavior. For example, shame can motivate our responsibility. Shame can how do shame do? Shame can repair or change our behavior to be a better one. So when we feel that there is something that we need to do to change, so we have to change our behavior to be a better one. So I really agree that by shaming others, people can give them a lesson to the person to be a better one in their future. How about you, Aina?
Okay, so I really agree with Fatia's suggestion just now. It's really true that public shaming has its own advantages. Like you see, like everybody's have their own personality and their own attitudes. Okay, in their daily life. So sometimes, right, we just get to know this person very early. So we don't know this particular person's attitude or behavior. We don't know whether either this person is bad or good. So let's say us as a students, we want to find friends. Of course, we want to have friends that will have a very good influence in us, right? And of course, since we are actually just knowing him or her. Of course, we don't know his or her attitude yet. But the others who might know him or her longer than us, we actually know his or her true nature. Like maybe this particular person might have done something very bad, like a very horrible things in the past. So maybe this kind of person might influence to do bad things like him or her as well. So that is what I think that by publicly shaming this person might actually tell us how this person behave. Although maybe he actually wants to like changing himself from being bad to good, but you see changing ourselves is not that easy too. So that's why like maybe if we actually how to say, if we actually know that person's true nature and his true attitude, we might actually be careful when we actually like to mingle with him. That's what I think. So what do you think about it, Fazrul?
Okay, I think I agree with so because he say mentally what we call leading to death. Leading to death is make public shaming is make leading to death. But for my point, I will add some point. Public shaming also can make people mentally damaged. For the example, if someone make a bad attitude or unethical sins, then I record the video and I post to media social. Maybe if they know that the video I post, sure they will feel shame and depressed. How to solve their problem? As we can witness, several individual or group that couch in red-handed by their immoral or unethical sins, their misbehavior and gone virally throughout social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. They totally will feel shame and depressed because they will think how to solve their problem. I think they for sure they cannot think about they couldn't thinking rationally. Maybe can make a crazy. I think this okay. They also cannot thinking normally on how to remedy the situation and problem. Apart from that, they will lead to the mentally damage. But I think the parents is more important for this part because I mentioned I highlight the parents because if the parents know about the children make a bad attitude at school or anyway, maybe the parents will give punishment to them, so the children will stress, think how to solve the problem. Okay. What about you?
From I do agree to a certain point, Fasrul, because usually mentally damage, as what you have just said, it can be applied to both adult and also children. But for children, there's sometimes that children they have uh, a time that every children might have once that they will be a wrong time for them to do something that they don't know that it is a guilty. So for that, I do agree with it because by using public shaming, children might face, might have mental damage, and they can't even focus in their studies and further on with their happiness life. And it will end up leading to a criminal or crimes. From here, I want to state that criminals is increasing recently and is not stopped permanently because people who thinks usually people who makes and commit criminals usually have stress or a lot of factors. By using a public shaming, shame can be a deterrent of crime to be committed in the future. So it can be provided to the criminal so that in the future they won't commit the the crime again. This is this have been proved that it is a very effective way because usually a lot of news that stated that a guy who raped a girl who end up being sentenced into a jail for around 5 to 6 years or even worse to 10 years. After came out from the jail, they will feel that what they have did is actually wrong. So they will try to change themselves to become a more effective and more good people who which can commit a lot of goodness to our society. By, from my information, the public speaking, public shaming is actually have both good advantages and also disadvantages. So we must take public shaming to a certain extent. So if we further on with public shaming without controlling it, it will lead to a lot of negative thoughts as what have our friend so said, leading to death. It is a major problems where the people can't find self-confidence to live up to their life, to value their life. So I still think that there's a few advantages which can overcome the disadvantages. So what do you think about it, Aina?
I do agree with you because you see, right, in the United States, parents won't use physical punishment to actually punish the children. They actually use these public shaming methods in order to punish the children. Like they're posting like videos of their children actually do something stupid in the public, so that when the children see that and they feel like oh, I shouldn't do these kind of mistakes anymore or these kind of wrong things anymore, because if I did that then my parents will punish me with these kind of things, which much more horrible than being punished physically, you know, right? Because like if we actually do these kind of things, that maybe it will remind our children that this particular things is wrong to do by publicly shaming themselves. Like just now, what Fatia mentioned just now. So what did you guys think about it?
I agree with Justin and Aina's point, but I would like to ask Justin that just now you mentioned about the case. You said that the guy was in prison for 5 to 6 years, right? And do you think about what actually happened to the girl that have been raped? What actually she have to undergo mentally torture that will bring her all the way to her end of her life? It will be a bad experience for her, and she will be no more confidence into guys. Am I right? So the guy might change, but how about the girl? We have to think about both parties. One more thing that Aina mentioned just now is about no physical punishment, right? Yeah, that's true. They are not able to do that, but doesn't mean that public shaming is the best way to educate their children, because there are a lot of cases that has been show us that it actually give more negative results than positive. For example, there's a girl named Isabella. She's only just 13 years old. She did something minor, a mistake, and what her father did was she cut off her hair and record the whole video, the whole progress, and then her father uploaded into the YouTube. For a girl, hair is very important. Am I right? When you are being shamed like that, the girl actually doesn't dare to go to school, because being into the school, there are more stress and more bully coming in to her. In the end, she chose to commit suicide because she thinks that she doesn't belong anymore to this world. So I agree to certain extents, which you all mentioned, to educate people, but the result come out is like the negative result is more. Yeah. So what do you think?
Thank you so for mentioning a most important point of all. But I need to proclaim myself that I've mentioned that there's public shaming need to be to a certain extent. Why I say that? Because when we are using public shaming, the public are able to know about the truth that the guy who commit the rape case is actually the guy. So when he came out, there will be much more efficient for the publics to know and how to deal with him. Because there's a right for public people to know about the truth. It's not that we need to 100% that stated that we need to shame the girl. We actually more towards to the criminal who commit the crimes, compare more than the girl which is being raped. On the other hand, by public shaming, it can eventually helps the female, the girl who has been raped. She can have a lot of supports by posting these and help them. The lawyer can support them and give commitments and also supports to help them fight for their cases so that they can win in the particular case, so that the criminal can be judged fairly and not just like that. So I still stand on my point that shame can be a deterrent of crime to be committed in the future. So what do you think about it, Fatia?
Okay, I do see your point, Justin, but sometimes, like Aina says, humans are very stubborn. So even though they know what they are doing the wrong things, but they keep doing it because no one stopped them. So by this public shaming is the easiest way, I think, to make them realize that they are doing the wrong things. So what about you, Fazrul?
Okay. I think so mention is bully. I just share my experience. My friend he is a boy, but he they what we call dating. They kill with the girlfriend. So some of people take a record the video and post to the Facebook. Oh, so I think 1 week they cannot come to school because they shame because their friend is oh my god
Keep teasing them.
I think that's all for me.
So we can know that by using public shaming, there's a lot of pros and cons, but most of them usually will bring positive results in helping the adults and also the publics to build a strong hold which can make our country a better place. So from here, I sentence that there's the advantages of public shaming is good, but we must not neglect the disadvantages so that we won't overuse of public shaming into our country situation. That's all about it from all of us. Thank you.